Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Wizard Den. Today I'm gonna be speaking about a ritual I did recently. Now, I did it with Leviathan. It was a ritual to overcome some blockages. Now, when it happened, uh, initially I felt the connection. I felt his energy. But I didn't feel the blockages breaking down yet. Um, it was psychic blockages that I was focused on, right? But in essence, when it actually started to happen, it was a lot of emotional buildup and stuff. The first thing I experienced was fear related, believe it or not. Um, it was essentially thoughts. Like, I would experience these thoughts of things I feared in relation to magic. They were very irrational, and then it would exclusively focus on a thought, for example. And then from that point forward, I would start to harness the emotion, and I would start to feel the emotion tied in with that, and I would have to, in the moment, overcome that emotion and way of thinking. What it did is gave me a chance to overcome these thoughts and feelings and bring them to the surface. Things I didn't know were there, kind of dormant. It started out with fear, and then it moved on to a deep, deep anger and a deep seated sadness I didn't know I had. A very deep, what do you call it? I guess you can call it depression. Like, just a very melancholy feeling. And it's very deep and just, felt very terrible of a feeling and thoughts that were racing through my mind. But I did ask Leviathan, at any and all costs, I want to break down and destroy all these blockages and barriers in between me and my psychic abilities. All of them in relation to psychic abilities, all my blockages. Send them to me and break them down. And he's been doing that. He has been doing it, and this is how it manifests, in a sense of just bringing it to the surface in order for me to deal with it. Also, if you see smoke right here, it's because this is my incense burning up right now. I got dragon's blood going right now because I have an excess of dragon's blood, and I just felt like lighting an incense for meditation and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, essentially, when you ask to break down blockages, barriers, this is what you're probably going to encounter. A lot of emotion, a lot of random thoughts that are irrational. Don't expect it to be 100% done for you. Spirits like Leviathan, Enamon, Zigon, they can bring it to the surface for you. So you can actively deal with it and rationalize, break it down yourself. But don't expect them to do all the work for you. It's the same as if you were doing money magic. In money magic, they can send you opportunities to make this money, opportunities to receive money. But if you're not actively accepting these opportunities and interacting with these opportunities, you're not going to receive any money at all. The spirit did their half of the bargain, but it's up to you to interact and receive the blessing. And it's the same thing with emotion work, shadow work, anything of this nature, because you have to interact with the darkness, so to speak, yourself. This is your self-darkness, your self-hate, your self-loathing, whatever it may be that you need to actively partake in. You need to put your big boy pants on, and you have to overcome emotions, overcome irrational thoughts and feelings, fears, and you're going to have to encounter it head on, take it on, and overcome it. Yesterday was actually a bad day for me in general because of these blockages. It had me really down in the dumps. And there was really nothing I could do about it. It was very irrational. Didn't have much rhyme or reason to it. Obviously, there was a reason, but the reason didn't have reason to it, if that makes sense. It's very irrational. It's just the best word. I'm sorry I'm repeating myself here, but yeah, it was just a flood of irrational thoughts, and I would feel it first because of the thoughts. I would know it's coming because of the thoughts. I would start thinking something, just insane. Like, I'm afraid of such and such, for this reason. And I would think that. And then I'd be like, what the fuck? That's so strange. And then, it would replay quite a few times. And then it might switch up and say it in a different way, or in a deeper context, or in a different context. And I would then know, I'm working with a blockage here. And then I would, after recognizing it, would feel the emotion attached to it. And I would have to interact with it and try to demolish it myself. Which is as easy as just trying to rationalize, accept. Number one, you have to accept it for what it is. Accept that it is there. Accept it. Don't deny it, essentially, or reject it. You're going to accept that it's there. But then tell it that it has no place in your psyche, your mind, your body. This is your temple, and you don't have space for irrationality. Personally, you can't deal with that. You have to have a clean life, a clean mind, and balance. And then you're gonna basically give it the boot by doing that. Essentially, that's all I really had to say. I mean, I'm already taking up 8 minutes, so. Alright, guys. Peace.